Welcome to the Dollars and Cents podcast with Wes the Economist and Jonathan the Conspiracy Theorist. We're reporting to you live from the Wave Beach Realty Studios in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Give us a call today at 843-957-3872. All right, guys, welcome back into episode 45 of the Dollars and Cents podcast with Wes the Economist. I am Jonathan the Conspiracy Theorist, and if you listened to our last episode at all or got to the end of it, I was about to go on a tangent about conspiracy that I deeply believe in.
Is it a conspiracy? Would you class? I mean, it's proven. He's admitted it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really a conspiracy, but they would say it is.
Well, I mean, they're going to prosecute it as a conspiracy.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You're going mainstream now. I mean,
honestly, I don't know that I want to go mainstream because they'd probably shut me down pretty quick for my takes. They'd be like, all right, I'm
talking about your belief system, though. You see, they're prosecuting a conspiracy theory. In fact, they've introduced something. I don't understand it completely. I haven't read it, but they're going back past the Russian dossier. And they're going to prosecute for a lot. They're going to try to prosecute. Take that with a grain of salt. But they're trying to tie all these things together to make it a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Instead of just doing one by one that the statute of limitations are running out on.
Right.
They can't prosecute.
Right.
Like the stuff with the dossier from 2016, they can't prosecute.
Right.
It's out of time. But if it's tied to an ongoing conspiracy, then they can go back and use it.
Right. Yeah.
So your conspiracies are taking mainstream. But this Autopen stuff, you can't make this stuff up.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's just as crazy as the Epstein stuff. You got to tell me what your okay, you pardoned how many people before you left office? Like, what are you pardoning them for, and what do you know that they did that you're having to be like, all right, let's cover all of everything before we get out of here because if this is found out, and so. I don't know how they'd get caught for anything anyway, because if you're pardoning that many people, you're probably at the same time like, all right, this is evidence, trash. Like, I don't think people are sitting around keeping evidence of things they've done bad and just like, it's government records, we got to keep it.
No. It's gone.
So it's just like, how do you prove anything? Because you're not keeping records of anything you do bad. I don't understand, like, anything that's top secret. If it's top secret enough that you never want anybody to know about it, you're not going to be like, well, let's keep this in the top secret folder, we'll declassify it later. No, you're throwing that in the trash.
Yeah.
You're burning that. You're not going to keep that as a...
Yeah, but I would think with this is out in the open. They pardon... Fauci, let's just take Fauci. He didn't pardon Fauci personally.
Right.
It was part of a group thing that he now is saying he just gave parameters for.
Right.
So that can't be legal. The Constitution says the president has the power to pardon.
Right.
So he has to be the one to actually say, Fauci, I'm going to pardon you. You can't just dictate that or give that to a staff member.
Right. No.
Of course, they're going to say you can.
Of course, yeah.
And they're going to argue it in court you can.
Yeah.
But the whole system falls apart then.
Right.
Kind of like what you were talking about last time. We don't really have elected officials running anything. They're just placeholders.
Yeah. It'll never make it to court. It won't matter.
You don't think it will?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that'll ever make it that far. I think that's Trump trying to appease people like, hey, we're going after them. And I think it pulls away from the Epstein stuff because I think he didn't think... I don't think he genuinely thought people were that big about that because he was like, all this stuff's going on with Iran, blah, blah, blah. I genuinely think that he was like probably shocked that people were like, Epstein, because he's like, what the hell are you guys worried about this guy before he's dead?
It's not Epstein.
Yeah, I don't think he understands that. Yeah.
It has nothing to do with Epstein himself. I mean, he's dead. If he did what he did, I don't know if he did or not. Only God knows at this point.
Well, they said, I would think they have videos of him doing it for sure. That I'm pretty sure they've said that.
Well, there was videos from the island,
right?
And they're probably gone, like you said. They're in the trash.
Yeah, I mean, when they
somebody held on to them, good and well that
somebody that needed to blackmail
that cesspool in Washington, somebody has that records because
I would imagine, unless one of them, like whoever has it was on it, then they probably got rid of their video. But
but there's somebody who's power hungry that has all this information.
Yeah,
and those are the people pulling they're the ones about the president.
Right, exactly. And I guess when you have that many people that you can blackmail, you can kind of control everything because you're like, hey, listen, you say anything, this video I have of you with the 17-year-old on Epstein Island doesn't look too good to you, your wife, and your 5 kids. Let's shut up. And they'll be like, all right, well, I'm going to shut up and keep making all this money I'm making in Congress or whatever. Why would you want to get rid of that? Why would you?
What if we just make all Congress and senators and president a volunteer basis?
Yeah, nobody would sign up. Nobody would sign up.
Is that a bad thing? Okay.
Probably not. Probably not. So,
better than what we got now.
Listen, I mean, I think HOAs are ran better than than the government, and HOAs are a nightmare. They're a nightmare.
Talk about communism locally. Good gracious.
Crazy. What's crazy is that a HOA can foreclose on you, too.
Well, not all of them can they? Some of them can just put liens on your
houses.
If you
don't pay your dues, if the lien gets big enough, they can actually start a foreclosure proceeding.
That's just wrong. What happened to private property rights?
We don't have private property in America.
And taxes alone make sure of that.
Yeah. There's no such thing as private property. It's all public property. They say it's your private property. They might have to have a warrant to get in it, but that's about it.
So even then, they don't really need that. Well, probable cause.
Everything's probable cause.
So do you think any of the documents and pardons are only part of the thing? Executive orders are the other. Do you think any of those get pulled back?
No, because I don't think they have any evidence to. If they saw that there was any evidence to even come after the people that were pardoned, maybe they try to hey, let's try to pull some of these back because these people deserve.
How about the staff members that use the Autopen illegally?
When life gets unpredictable, turn to a partner you can trust. At Bobby Clary State Farm, we've got you covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, we're dedicated to providing personalized coverage that fits your needs. With our friendly and knowledgeable team, navigating your insurance options have never been easier. Visit BobbyClary.com or call 843-438-6000. Bobby Clary State Farm, here to help life go right.
Eisenhower Dental, located at 107 Waccamaw Medical Park Drive in Conway, a place where you can find all your dental services, including general dentistry, cosmetic, restorative, and pediatric dentistry. Reach out to them today at their website, eisenhowerdental.com, or call them at 843-234-3110, 843-234-3110, and tell them Wes the Economist sent you.
How are you going to prove what staff members use the Autopen? What, you think you kept record, like a signing receipt, hey, on this date, Jim Simpson signed, hey, how are you going to know? It's
probably more like Homer Simpson. That was what they were signing.
Right. Yeah, right.
We might find a lot of documents from Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Homer Simpson.
Anything. They put anything on it. Yeah, I don't think anything will come of that. I think it's I think it's something to throw out there to kind of keep Republicans happy that are mad about Epstein. Like, hey, we got to go after something here on the Democrats because they're pissed off. Because a lot of people are giving and then they're supposed to be putting a special counsel together to do the Epstein files. And then I saw something that Ghislaine Maxwell was willing to
special counsel.
Yeah. Well, I heard that another Warren Commission. I heard that Ghislaine Maxwell was willing to testify in court.
She is.
But House Republicans blocked it.
Well, that was blown out of proportion. That whole vote, and I don't understand all the parliamentarian stuff you have to do, but you have to have these preliminary votes to have stuff come to the floor. And in that package was something about this: during this session, the Democrats would have control of the House floor. So if they did not vote against it and tried to bring it forward, then it would have turned over control of the House floor to the Democrats when they could bring anything up they wanted, like impeachment articles or anything else for a vote. Not that they would pass,
right?
But they could make all this circus happen.
Got it.
So it's something about a procedural vote. The question will come over the next week: do those same Republicans block a legitimate attempt to bring her or to start something with Epstein?
Right.
And then when they don't, they've used this excuse as procedural stuff. So they can't keep using it.
Yeah.
So when they come up to the next one, then we can say, hey, okay, well, now obviously you are blocking it.
Right.
I'm not saying they didn't block it before, but it was a procedural vote that would have given Democrats power in the House, which they shouldn't have because they don't run it.
Right.
But
what I'm confused though. Why all of a sudden she's willing to talk? Like, did somebody go to her and interview her and say, "Hey, this is all going on. Would you be like?" I don't understand how all of a sudden it's like, "Oh yeah, I'm willing." Like, is she watching the news in prison? Like,
that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking she's watching this, and I mean, for her sake, okay, if I'm going to spend the rest of my life in jail, then I'm going to testify. If you're not going to let me testify, then you got to let me go free. Because I mean, at this point, what is she in there for?
Well, she's already been convicted, though. You can't. I guess
she can appeal it and overturn it.
Yeah, I guess so. But you could also, she could also try to work out a deal like where, hey, I don't want to be in here for life. So
that's
serve
true
10
too.
years for helping.
But what's she in jail for? I don't
know. I didn't see.
Just for getting kids for Epstein by himself. Come on, you can't. she
I don't know.
That's gonna get some punishment.
I don't know what she was actually charged with. I didn't really hear much about her when the trial was going on. It was kind of in and out, which is interesting.
Hush, hush.
Yeah, speaking of trials,
she may just have a suicide wish, and she said she's going to testify. You know what's going to happen next?
Oh yeah, she'll be dead. She'd never make it to court. Yeah, they'd be missing 5 minutes of that prison footage. Well, speaking of trials, how about your boy Puff Daddy getting off, huh?
I don't know anything about him. I've never listened to him. Don't know anything about him. But how do you get off on? I mean, just the photos I saw that were not even that. I mean, they were not racy. Oh, they were racy, but they were not graphic or anything. But just the stuff at his parties that was in the main view. I'm thinking this guy's weird.
So are all the people that go to him. That's the problem. Yeah. They're all weird, and they all knew what was going on. All the people that go to those parties know what was going on. He's obviously bisexual and was taking advantage of like young stars coming into the business and sleeping with them and doing all. And then obviously he was very abusive to his ex-girlfriend, who probably feels dumb now because she, didn't get anything charged with him. I don't think anything stuck. I think maybe a couple of the smaller charges.
Yeah,
but none of the trafficking. None of the trafficking. He's not going to go to prison.
No.
So he's probably at home throwing parties right now. I mean, going back to his old ways.
So we need to, on the next episode, we need to talk about him and Epstein together, because it's all kind of rolled into one. And to me, it's probably bigger than that. There's more that's going on.
Oh yeah, they were just stupid enough to be so blatant about it to get caught eventually. And I promise you, the people that nobody wanted them to get caught. The people that go to these parties, they're probably all shaking in their boots, and then they realized, oh, he's going to get off. He's got all these attorneys. We're good. We're safe. We're still safe. We can still keep doing business as usual.
Let's hold that one for the next clip. Is there anything else about Autopen that bothers you?
There's nothing about the Autopen that doesn't bother me, Wes. It's a joke. It's a mockery of the government. Other countries probably laugh at us.
It was only supposed to be used in rare cases, like if the president was overseas and something had to be signed, then you would have it auto-penned. It was a mechanism in place to make sure.
Listen,
that was just in case of emergency. Just like everything else Democrats do, they take something and they turn it into, they bastardize it.
He was overseas, though. In his mind, he was in Antigua. You don't know. You don't know where he was. He doesn't know where he was. So in his defense, that would probably be the defense. They'll be like, well, Your Honor,
he was crazy.
He swore he was in the Caribbean the whole time. We can't help that he gave. What are we going to do?
Which brings up the whole thing about hiding. Oh,
that's all right. Listen, the good news is something good came out of it. Jake Tapper was able to write a book about his mental decline, and make a bunch of money.
Yeah, and I don't see Jake calling himself out for being one of the main ones to defend him.
Oh, he was all over it about like, how dare you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He has more mental acuity than I've ever seen him in his whole career. I thought I was going to fall onto the floor when I saw that clip. I was like, the blatant lie. And they're so good at lying; they can look you right in the. If I lie to somebody, like I'll kind of, and I'll feel embarrassed, and I'm like, I don't know if they're believing this. This guy will look you right in the face and swear to you it's true. I'm just like,
people are good at it.
Crazy.
Their souls are darker.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to start practicing my lies. I'm 6'5", Wes.
Okay. Whatever you believe. Well, no, whatever you identify as, man.
Yeah, I identify as 6'5" and Hispanic American.
There you go. And on that note, we'll get you on the next one.
Another one.
Mortgage payment, insurance payments, credit card payments. They can be very overwhelming. Are you ready to take the time to get things under control? Then reach out to me at Clark Financial Coaching to see if we can get you started with a budget and then a vision for the future. Write me at coachwesc@gmail.com. That's coachwesc@gmail.com.
Are you looking to buy a home in North or South Carolina? You need to reach out to Wave Beach Realty today. We are a family-owned company with over 10 years of experience in North and South Carolina and operate along the Grand Strand. Give us a call today at 843-957-3872. That's 843-957-3872. Thanks for listening to the Dollars and Cents Podcast with Jonathan the Conspiracy Theorist and Wes the Economist. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and X at DollarsCentsGS and on Facebook at Dollars and Cents.